All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there preaching His truth with all diligence and sincerity, reaching your freedoms in your lives to do so. This is Brother Lahab coming to you with another lesson. All right, hey, we're in it, man. Lord willing, this be the hopeful year of our deliverance out of this place called of America, man. With this guy Trump in office, he's looking like he might be that king of Babylon. It's actually making some moves. And proof of that, we'll say, well, you've never seen anyone making moves before they got in office. They are, hey man, this man has already been selected, ultimately by Yahweh Shai, Shai, and then by the elites as being this guy. He's probably that guy, man. All right. Well, Shilaki, let me not even say vague words. To my belief, I'm going to say he is that guy through the Spirit, man. That the Most High is about to use this guy to bring great hail on this nation called America. And he's going to put hail on you tribes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Natives. Although he started with the Northern Kingdom, when you go into the entire history book, what you call the Bible, Biblios, which is where you get the word Bible, it just means books. In which we have the books. These are the ultimate books and the knowledge of the earth. All right. But when you go into the Bible, what you would call the so-called Latinos and the natives today, they would call the Northern Kingdom or the Kingdom of Israel. And the first thing would, when we would get hell put on our nation, the Lord would judge them first. So you see this happening. Well, next up, man, next up to the plate is you so-called you Negroes, man. All right. You know, Not to mention this guy is cutting all the funding to send it overseas for war. So prepare for war, man. It's gonna be mass wars. It's gonna be mass budget cuts. All right, you're gonna see common stores continue to go out of business. All right, with no bailout. All right, because they're really gonna show you that hey, really only a few companies and people have the power, as they're limiting all the power and what's the word I'm looking for? And just for lack of better words, livelihood of the people, man. You know, your sovereignty in America is now been taken away, man. Well, it's still here, but eventually they're gonna keep on showing you that you don't have any power, you don't have any money, you don't own anything. Just like Klaus Schwab said, man, you'll own nothing and be happy. But I'm gonna start with this. I'm not going to sell it, but this larger human being right here. Then I'm going to get into some scriptures.
I just got a letter from DHS. They have cut off my food stamps, cash assistance, disability for me, all six of my kids, and my Section 8. What do they expect me to do? I can't go out and get a job. I have been getting welfare
And
since I
that's
was
also why you
19
don't
years
become
old.
a crutch to your government, even though Esau has set up certain systems, especially for Jake to not really get up out of the system and to have no choice but to be on welfare. It's like one of those apps that you're trying to delete or you're not interested in. So it's when you haven't been on it in a while, it'll send you notifications. Are you sure? To the point it'll keep on urging you. It'll even say, well, you got this free thing going on to get you to come back into it, just so you don't delete it. But ultimately, it's to keep you tagged in, you know. Just like he doesn't really want to get rid of the so-called Negroes when he says go back to Africa or the Hispanics. He just wants to utilize them in his own way, all right? Because if Jake were to turn around and not be a part of the system, that would destroy the system. Well, hold on now. I didn't say you had to go. I just said you got to act better while you. That's the devil for you, man. All right. He it says that he heapeth unto himself all people. So he needs the people, especially Jake, because Jake is the face that he uses to sell his shit. And when he's in trouble, Jake is the scapegoat. All right, but same time, you don't want to be tied too closely into this system. Like this woman is a fool. She said she ain't never had no job. I'm pretty sure when she was 19, before she had all them kids, not sure if she had them before she was of that age, but she could have got a job. Nothing stopped her from being an adult and getting a job. But she decided to live on government assistance, and now she's looking like a plumb fool, man. All right. Although what Esau is doing is wicked, we're not supposed to lean on this man like that. Leaning on this man is how you get destroyed. Um, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. This is Isaiah chapter 30. Well, it says that this place is like a broken staff, is like a broken reed. Bear with me just 1 second. 1 moment rather, not a second. Okay, so this is like all be in the 30th chapter. Just make sure. Well, I'm gonna get this in Isaiah 30 because the scripture it really wasn't the scripture I was planning to get, but it just popped in my head. Uh, I can't for the life of me remember where it's at. Oh, it's Isaiah 36. Well, this is I'm gonna get this Isaiah 30 real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and trust in the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right? You know, the trust in the shadow of Egypt is gonna backfire on you, Jakes, man. That's the whole point where the Lord said not to do it. All right, because ultimately it's going to go into this sea hipping, which is this mass implement implementation, Salakia, of them inserting digital devices inside of you. That's the end all be all in which we here at Great Millstone and Brothers of Like Minds, according to the scriptures, do preach that there's going to come a time to where your livelihood is going to be all on one device. But right now, hey man, we're turning our backs against Esau, Edom, against Mount Seir, and we're prophesying against it. And we're, hey, although we're still here, while things are, this is still the society. Sooner or later, we're gonna be told to choose between the one of the two masters, the devil or the Most High, Yahweh Shai Shai. But this is Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. Now, hey, it's ironic that it's mentioned that way. We know that that's all, really just talking about it that it's gonna fuck you over. You think you're trusting in something. Excuse my language. You think that you're trusting in something that's gonna be a relief. Well, in the end, it's gonna it's gonna do you more damage than how you were before. By thrusting through you. But also, this man is trying to implant something in people's hands. So it's ironic that the Lord had that worded that way via the prophet Isaiah, man. You know, that sooner or later that there is was going to come down to it. But trusting in this place, hey, man, time and time again, the devil keeps on showing you that he's the devil. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten of a snake? All right. With these people, they just think of, oh, well, things have changed. This is the society. No, this is still the so-called white man's America.
Over 10 years I have been on welfare.
Or she's a fool.
Okay, this is not a temporary solution. It is a permanent solution. So my two older kids that don't live with me, I have had on my case. Their dad went behind my back and put them on his food stamp case so he could get food stamps for them since
Beautiful.
They're in his home.
Beautiful.
He has a job. I need the food stamps, not him.
Hey, well, that's just Yahweh Shai Shai also, getting at you people, man. All right. Not sure if Trump's gonna what they said that the bitter baby mom's time is at an end. You know, Trump was already talking about overturning child support before he had got in office, in which I'm not looking for. I don't really care either way, man. It's just a simple fact. We're in a society where the Lord is bringing down the hopes of you people, because it says, "For terrible is the end of the unrighteous generation," right? In the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. All right, you see this woman wailing. It's an inside joke, ankle, but she's wailing, which means she's crying, man. She's crying on the internet, which has become a a thing since 2020. That people get on the internet and whine, man. All right, it's really become popular that people let out the grief that they're going through, as if the people that's watching the screen that she didn't post this video on is gonna be like, well, what can I do to help? No, this is gonna become entertainment, and now it's become an epistle for the hopeful elect, man. So to watch these things and to see these things happening as we line them up with the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
So now they have cut me off, and now they are forcing me to pay back over $48,000 for the last 12 months. And they are taking my taxes. So, my $40,000 tax return, I won't be receiving $1. And then I'll still owe $8,000 on top of that. Or I risk jail time. Where do they think I'm going to come up with that? How am I supposed to live now?
How was she supposed to live? I mean, well, she could start by losing some weight, man. I'll just say it like that. But it's famine coming. They haven't said anything about the port strikes, but I'm gonna get into this next article that I have right here. But before that, I'm gonna read the scripture, because this devil, what is he doing, man? He's taking what does it say? He covets fields. He's taking people out of their houses, in which most of these immigrants actually do own houses in America. Most of these people actually do have. It's not. He'll go under the facade that some of these, guys were. You had gang bangers and you had people that were of no notoriety, of a good report. They lived a bad lifestyle. Of course, you let in the borders to everybody, but that doesn't stand for everyone. That's just the excuse because, hey, you look around in America, the average people running politics are murderers, thieves, and drug dealers, drug users, drug abusers, pedophilia. It's a lot of crime that's going on in America. Of course, that didn't add to it. You know, and then you got Issachar, the so-called Mexican, saying that whatever immigrant that came into this country, they didn't come in the right way. Even though they've been suffering under immigration laws for the longest, they didn't, instead of them saying, well, what they're doing to our people or these people is wrong, they're rooting for Esau. And Esau is going to come and get them too, even if they were born here. But yeah, this is Job chapter 24 and verse 9. They pluck the fatherless from the breast and take a pledge of the poor. Exactly, man. Because it says they take a pledge from the poor, meaning they take the right from the poor, man. All right. Like I was saying, they'll take they've taken some of these people's children, and then they've sent them to hey, most of those children get trafficked, man. Just like when they first started doing the immigration thing. When they started, what was it? I think this was back in 2020 when they had the kids. It might have been before 2020 actually. It was probably like maybe 2018 when they talked about having the kids in cages or whatnot. You know, when they had first started deporting some of these so-called illegal Issacharites, illegal Mexicans. All right, what do you think they did with the children? They trafficked them. That's the same thing that's going on right now. Those children are getting trafficked. The parents are getting locked up somewhere, or maybe trafficked if the mother is attractive and so what and so forth. The organs are getting trafficked. That's all. That's all what's about to happen, man, and what's been going on in this place. All right. And Trump says he will sign an order to prepare Guantanamo Bay for the worst undocumented immigrants, which we already know, man. They're not gonna be running down people's profiles. They're not gonna try to make sure if this person's good or bad. Right now, if you Jake, you're a prisoner, man. All right. Sooner or later, what was that Act of 1738, the Immigration Act? He's gonna revoke some stuff, man. He's gonna say to hell with if you were born in this country because that's what the elites want, man. They want to destroy and imprison Jake, the same thing that they've been doing for years since they've had power. All right, because eventually we're coming into a time of the end. All right, last night it says that the doomsday clock was closer to midnight than it's ever been. So really, they're just saying whatever next turn of events is probably gonna spark up something, man, and that includes the nuclear war, which is the end all be all. All right, but this is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And that was given unto him a great sword. So that's talking about Esau, Edom, man. Starting with the elites, man. They're gonna enact Trump as that bad boy Nero, and he's gonna break loose, man. Taking peace from these people, man. There's not gonna be peace left in America. There's not gonna be any peace around here because this is the end. But I'm gonna end this lesson off. Grab one more scripture. Get this in First Peter. Lord will not be back with another episode this evening. But this is First Peter chapter 4 and verse 7. And it reads, it says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch after prayer, which the brothers are praying daily. All right. Because, hey, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? We're going to be the same person every day, Lord willing, and getting strong into that person unto the end that the Lord expects when he gets back to this earth, man. Nevertheless, would I find faith upon the earth? All right, that's what Yahweh Shai says. So these things are about to come to pass. The real question is, who are the Lord's elect that's going to be saved up out of this, man? All right, because it's just going to continue to get worse. We already know that there's no prosperity for this place. There's no planned utopia, man. You can't turn this fleshly kingdom into a kingdom of righteousness. All right, it's not based off the fruits of righteousness, man, which are the immortal fruits, like Ezra spoke about. What did he say? He said, in the ancient world, which brought forth immortal fruits, where things were wide and sure, now are turned into narrow things, full of thorns, which ultimately ends with this place being destroyed. What does it say? That it says that it says in the scripture that